Why did you choose this lifetime to show her where she was wearing the armor? Why did you pick that to show her today?
To show her that she's protected. And although she may not have what she thinks she has, a lot of people that stand behind her, there's a quality of people. And she knows what's right, and she feels it in her heart. But also watch the people closest, so she thinks that are closest to her. Their jealousy, their envy. Just keep loving her heart for those people. Don't return the jealousy or envy or the hate. Stay true to herself and know that she has the respect of the people that matter.
Can you help her with this?
Yes. I also showed her that life to tell her that she can forgive the people that she has grudges towards, and she'll be free from it.
What's the best way to forgive?
Find love and gratitude in her heart, no matter what. Things are temporary. Everything's temporary. But gratitude is forever. Love is forever. And it can override any grudge or any ill feeling.
May we ask who is speaking now?
You're speaking to us right now.
What shall we call you?
I am Shika, the wise one,
How long have you been with?
for 3 lifetimes. She's a very passionate human, and it blocks. And it makes her have pain and fog in her head.
How could she remove this blockage?
Meditation and truth.
Can you help her with this?
Yes.
What needs to happen for that energy to be balanced?
She has to know that it's not on her own. We are there to help her. She has to call upon us. More specific.
What is the best way for her to contact you?
Just ask. We're always there. There's no specific setting. There's no perfection in meditation. It just is. You have to know in your heart that you know we're there. And she does. Things don't need to be perfect. They already are. When she opens her eyes in the morning, that's the perfect setting. Before she closes her eyes at night, that's the perfect setting. While she's driving, that's the perfect setting. We don't punch in a clock from 9 to 5. We're always there, always listening, always waiting. We call this meditation procrastination. Just do it. She does better when she's outside in the sun, in nature. She knows this. And she fills her heart with gratitude and gives thanks to the 4 directions. She strives, but this does not need to happen every time. There's a certain feeling she gets. As long as she has that feeling, when she wants to speak with us, we're there. The gratitude in her heart puts her right where she needs to be.
It's kind of like the phone number to get you, huh?
Yes.
Can she have a sign or a symbol so she knows it's you that's speaking?
Yes. Just know when she's in the sun, she can get me.
Is there anything else she needs to know or do about strengthening and opening these lines of communication with you?
She needs to share this.
Yeah.
Harbor it with herself.
We are recording this.
To others around her.
Would it be beneficial for her to share the recordings?
Yes, but she needs to share this in person and not be ashamed of it or harbor it for herself.
What is the best way she could share it?
Just talk to people around her. It's up to them to decide if they want to accept it or not. The more she shares it, the more it will flow. It's blocking up.
Is it appropriate for us to share this also, or just for...
This needs to be shared.
We appreciate your guidance on this. Let us know when it's appropriate to do it, okay?
Yes. She also needs to balance her pH balance and more alkaline foods. She needs a cleanse, a fast.
How about that arise and shine? Is that a good one?
Yes,
Okay.
natural.
Or her training.
She strives when she's away from home. Her focus is better when she's away, and she knows this. But it is also okay when she's not in camp. Again, she thinks she needs to have the perfect setting. She just needs to do what she feels the moment she feels it in training. Her camps are fine to have everything laid out perfect, but days where she's not perfect or on time, don't spend that energy being so hard on herself. Things will happen the way they need to happen. We will make sure she's okay. Her focus needs to be more spiritually than physically. From the inside out, there's been a shift. It's good, but there's been a shift.
Can you talk with her about that shift?
Yes. The focus is more on inside than outside. The reason why she's foggy as well right now is because of the neglect that she has for her spiritual self due to things at home being very disrupted to her energy. She has the strength, both physically and spiritually, to keep on her path. The shift is more internal than external. Focusing more on inside will have benefits for the outside. There's more of a purpose why she knows this. That needs to be the main focus. She's on the right path, but she needs to be aware of the shift inside. Take more time out to speak with us. Meditate, speak, and know.
Is this where some of these vibrations have been coming from?
Yes, those are reminders. Reminders that this is real. We are real. You need to speak with us. The less you speak, the more you lose connection. The reminders to make sure you're still awake.
But sometimes the vibrations could interfere with our sleep time.
If you're sleeping and you get awake by the shaking, that's time to speak. That's a reminder.
Thank you for that. We appreciate it.
those vibrations. You pray. There may be somebody you need to pray for. Yourself, humanity. There's so much hate in the world. One little wake up in the middle of a sleep to pray, it's not going to disrupt anything within yourself. It can only help.
Do you have a message that we might publish for humanity?
Humanity is destroying this earth with the hate. One person hates another, hates another. Those people hate those people. Even the word hate carries such immense vibrations. It needs to stop. There's so much access to negativity, the palm of your hand, through a thought, TV, music, anything. It needs to stop. Humans are destroying one another, not with weapons, with thoughts, with words, with feelings. Just love more. Stop hating a fellow man for material things. Everyone has a voice. Everybody has thoughts. Be mindful of your thoughts. Forgive. Every day is a new day. If more humans focus on the present moment, other than what's going to happen, but what's happening right now in this moment, we'd have a whole earth full of mindful people, peaceful people, gratitude for the little things, and not jealousy and envy for the big material things. This is a waste of time. Your time here on earth is just a blink. Use your time wisely. Choose your thoughts wisely. Just stop the hate.
We thank you for that. Thinking about focus. Her deep intuition and her focus, determination. She has such a strength. How can you teach that to someone that doesn't have it?
She can be more compassionate to people and explaining how she gets her strength. Sometimes she doesn't even know where she gets it. But she has a passion for what she does.
How can people get something like that doesn't exist? I know quite a few people who don't have that drive, that desire, that passion for anything. And some people do. They set their mind on something and they go for it, no matter what. And they always achieve. Where does that live inside? And how can somebody that doesn't have it, how can they get it?
One has to realize we all have the same time in the day. We're all in the present. And we all have that same drive within us. Some are willing to do more to find that power and that passion and that drive. They take the time to find out what really drives them instead of comparing themselves to other people and trying to find somebody else's passion. Once you find what you're 100% completely passionate about and you know that feeling, you can then apply that feeling to something that you desire. A passion and desire is two different things. Desire is a leisure. A passion is a must. You must complete that. Once you find your passion in anything, you can apply that same principle to some desires, but they have to be realistic to yourself, not the other person. Realistic passions and desires and goals. What must happen in order for you to complete something. You have to figure out what's really important to you. And is it realistically important to you? You can't tell yourself something that you don't believe. If you don't believe it, and if you don't believe you really want it, you won't do it. A lot of humans have self-doubt. They'll say one thing, subconsciously they don't believe it. It takes a lot of digging and trust within yourself. But if you don't believe that want, you're not going to do it.
Thank you, I appreciate that. He asks about what can she do to help more people.
More compassion and more sharing of her experiences, like she has been. Has self-doubt sometimes. We've helped her with this, but she also needs to share that part. Come from a place of love. We also help her with this.
So what's the best way for her to teach about focus, determination, and passion?
Keep speaking on it. Keep speaking on all parts of it, not just the happy ending part. The in-betweens, the self-doubts, the sad days, the good days, the bad days. Seek out the ones who truly want to learn. Have them share their journey and their perspectives. Teach it in love. Break it down into a language that people can understand. Everyone's different. Everyone speaks differently. Everybody listens differently.
He needs to know or do about the project.
Can be completely open. We'll have to explore every emotion thoroughly. She's physically committed. She will also have to be spiritually committed completely. Let us guide her through this.
Who else is going to be helping her with this? Are there other guides she'll be working with?
Yes.
Can you tell her who they are?
We will show her who they are.
Are any of them human?
No.
Were you ever human at any time?
No.
Can you tell us about yourself?
I've always been light.
How did you get to come to?
In one of her lives, she was a female warrior, led by fire. My lead is yellow. I was led to her fire in that life to help her. I'm like the middle of the fire, where everything's roaring on the outside. I'm the calm core inside. The wisdom, the guidance.
Can you help us understand what it's like to be light?
It's a very strict job. We have to absorb and illuminate at the same time. Guide. The first thing you see and the last thing you see. We have to push out the darkness.
Is that real for the darkness on the other side?
As long as you have the light, there is no darkness.
We keep hearing about wars and stuff like that. Is this true?
Yes, there's always going to be an opposite. Opposites always battle. But it's a balance.
Do you have a choice to come back as a human if you wanted to?
I don't want to.
Do you ever get assignments?
My assignments are just guide. Be a reminder. And our assignments are being assigned to different humans at different times. When a human crosses over, we may stay for the next life or leave them when our job's done.
We thank you for that. We appreciate it. Let's talk about the project. Is there anything, any advice you have for her?
Stay focused on the reason why she's doing this project in the first place. When this project comes to mainstream, there will be a lot of open hands, a lot of empty promises. Stay focused on the main goal of this project. This is a new type of battlefield for her.
How can she get through it with grace and ease?
Stay true to herself. Stay grounded in her spirituality. Stay rooted in who she is. You stay connected with us.
Let's talk about her connections. She wants better connections with her ancestors and the lineage of who is what.
She needs to trust in her dreams. She has the gift of dreams. She needs to get herself in the state of mind and ground herself before she sleeps. Things will come to her. Ancestors want to speak to her. Visit Anawan's Rock.
Does she know where this is?
Yes.
What will happen at Anawan's Rock?
She has many warrior ancestors there. People who died there. People who lived there. Warriors. She's a warrior. She feels connected there. For herself in a safe space, in a connected space with us and Creator. And the ancestors will come to her. Feathers at Anawan's Rock. Speak to her ancestors. Cry out to her ancestors. They will hear her.
Any specific ones she should cry out to?
She knows she's connected to Widamo. She needs to cry out to Osamiquin. Metacomet. And they will come to her and reveal who they are. But she needs to be true to herself and true to her feelings and emotions as she does.
That's about her grandfather. Where did he come from?
He comes from a strong line of Cherokee people. From the Virginia, North Carolina area. They weren't originally from there. They migrated.
Where did they migrate from?
Delaware.
Thank you. Can you talk with us about the Shinnecock people, the land? We'd like to send prayers and help them get the answers that they need so that situation can be resolved.
Yes. That is a very powerful area. And those are remains of their ancestors there. That's very powerful. Medicine people still, as humans, they need to speak up and continue to speak up until the job is done. Follow through with everything that they are now. And go about it with no greed in their hearts or no animosity towards the people that have the land. Their ancestors will be preserved no matter what. Those are just physical bones. They need to pray for the ancestors' spirits and their souls without any hate in their heart.
Can you help them achieve that?
Yes. Keep them in prayer. Keep connected to the people that are working towards getting this thing resolved. Go back to Shinnecock. Go to that burial site and pray. Pray with them. And keep them in her way of praying.
Does it help when we focus the light and focus the person in our mind?
Yes, it carries energy.
Is this the best way to help those beings that are lost?
Yes, but they also need to find their way.
How can we help them with that?
Keep them in your prayers. Keep them in your thoughts. We will help them.
Thank you.